Hello, 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 everybody. I am taking us in early because I don't know about you, but I am antsy to get this thing started. We currently have a Champion of the Hill going, so let's see who the winner is for that. AV is over there flexing, hoping to take the win home. Hello, Grassimile. Hello, Penumbra. Hello, Oracle. Hi, Wondering. Hello, Mione. Hello, hello. And the winner is... Oh, am I loud? I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't mean to be loud. I didn't touch anything of Vertex, by the way. So I don't know what's loud. Me or other people. I think you guys just got used to the intro music being at the level that it's always going to be. Yeah, I don't think tubers can fight yet. We've been trying to figure that out, though, so those of you over on the other platforms can join us. But yeah, hi. Happy Monday. I'm taking over the Mead quest. We got Vertec in chat. Vertec, unfortunately, has work that is keeping him away. So, you know, I, being the victorious winner I am, I'm going to be the one taking us through some Tavern Talk gameplay tonight. The intro music was quieter than I usually have. Spotify, I can fix that. Thank you, yes. So, first off, how was our well-deserved vacation? It was great. For those of you that are subscribed, we're going to put out a video explaining everything. But needless to say, Vertec has now gotten back into Magic the Gathering and then took me along with him. Garcimile, cheers. You know what? Now's a great chance to mention I have my drink of choice tonight, so cheers to you. Yeah. But, where's my vet cutie? I'm sorry, the vet cutie is, away on some quest, and I decided to fill in for him. He asked me to, so I'm here. You get a pyrite instead, I'm sorry. Hopefully I will be as entertaining or interesting to chat with as he is. But yeah. OMG, Money the Gathering? Well, yeah, well, you know, we're trying to do a bit of that too. But thank you so much, Garcimile. We did have fun, and we were able to see Abyssal at PAX. That was really awesome. We also met a few people, have some stuff in the works because of the people that we met at PAX, and we're very excited to share that with you soon, TM. But as soon as our roleplay summit is over in the end of this week, we'll be working on a lot of those behind the scenes things, and hopefully we'll bring you some, in the future, really good quality stuff, merch, things. I don't know, stuff. But yeah. Too much money spent on those cards. Yeah. Vertec kind of got me in, and then of course it would be happenstance, of course, that the current Magic the Gathering set is the Bloomburrow set, which I don't know if you've heard of it, if you know anything about it. If you know anything about me, hi, I'm Chibi. I'm a druid. I like to play druids. I like animals and nature and alchemy and herbalism, and Bloomburrow is all of those things. It's all about the animals. So I have myself a nice little bunny deck, and I've been going up against Vertex squirrel, otter, and bat decks. And the time it took me to make a bunny deck, he has made 3. So I do kind of have an evil bunny deck, I'm sorry. Druids and Ashes, you know, we're gonna go as close as we possibly can in Ashes. I wish there actually was a druid class, but you know, I'm just gonna have to take what I can get, and Pyrite's pretty darn close, so. Oh nice, you're close to opening your at-home business. I hope that goes well for you. TFT Spidey, the Golden Feather Tavern Spidey costumes, I don't know about that. We don't have the rights to market something like that. But yeah. Druid will drop in an expansion. Here's hoping. Here's hoping. But I figured, you know, Vertec always has some really nice backgrounds. I don't have anything really nice background-wise to share with you yet. There's some stuff in the works, but I'm not ready to show that off yet. So, in any case, how about we serve some patrons and make some quests up for them? Druid, Shaman, Dark Lord. Nice. But how have you guys been? It's been about a week or so since we were last here. I mean, we were here on Saturday with Zillin, but just as an FYI, we're going to be here tomorrow night with our Tavern Talk. Fun fact, Tavern Talk, different than this Tavern Talk. This is a game, that's us talking in the tavern. Though technically we're always talking in the tavern since you're here. But then instead of us having a podcast this week, on Saturday we're going to have the Roleplay Summit with a small group. We got about 12 people, but half of them were of the same guild, so we politely declined and just put it down to 8. Just to spread the love. A couple of them are from the same guild, but they're representing different things. So Lloyd, for example, he's going to be a part of it. He has never roleplayed in a video game. I've never really roleplayed in a video game. You know, there's a lot of really cool different like perspectives. We have Jibs joining us. We have Diz Revis. We have Nahili from Gilded House. Lots of great people. And of course, can't forget Ezekiel, because if you guys noticed, we totally dressed up when we had Ezekiel on. So, yeah. If I remember correctly, Vertec, I think it was something about cooking for the home business. But, notice that. Hey, Pockets, what's up? We're going to go ahead and start Act 1. Feel free to chat with me about Ashes. This is a very, like, I can stop at any moment type of game, just as Vertec always does. And you'll have a nice inner tavern view to look at. And, yeah. Starting a day. So this is our lovely tavern. This is Fable. And Fable has immediately taken the quest that we put up on the board. Now, a little bit of background, because I was messing with this before we went live. Vertex AFK is in the same spot in Hogwarts for hours. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe that'll be Ashes in the future, fingers crossed. But the quest that Fable just took up is there's another patron. I was learning how to do all the tutorial things, and there might be some tutorial stuff to do still. But this quest is about a werewolf. There's a werewolf attacking the nearby areas, and yeah. So Fable just noticed that we had the quest up here. This is where we keep our quest. So werewolf on detours. A reticent Fukakin, I'm not sure how you say this, passed by the wayfarers and reporting a werewolf making their way up to the Trigarin from Erevan. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently, however, werewolves love playing fetch. And we're wondering, are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Trigarin from this werewolf mayhem? And this is our first quest that we have going on. And then this is where we're located currently. This is the Northern Republic. So yeah. And now we're gonna ask Fable what Fable wants to do. I'm going to be making homemade jams and dips, and one of my long-term goals for the jams is making themed jams for streamers to sell their. Aw, that's cute. So, what do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says werewolf is terrorizing Trigarin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? By the way, Fable, is this poor elf who has dreamed of going on quests and adventures, but is too scared to go. So maybe this is the push that Fable needs. Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday. Nope, not yet. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even. Preferably one who's good with a bow. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this. Hello, Anduin. Hello, hello. I'm gonna pause the music I'm listening to because I feel like it's kind of overlapping a little bit. Let me just try and look behind the camera real quick. There we go. We'll just enjoy the music in the game. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Preferably one who's good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. Ah, I'm good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know Fable. And maybe I want the quest. I return from purging heretics and stomping bugs. Oh man. Yes, Fable is precious and must be protected at all costs. Just maybe? No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I stepped into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, this is a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forest. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they're also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you've got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And... This isn't techie. Nope, this is a Chibi takeover. Hi! And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. Fable's cute. How's it going, Nuke? What you up to? I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf. Or talk to the werewolf. Which is worse? Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead, and then the tree would be mad at me. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. More glory for our emperor. So maybe I should put the quest back. Yeah, Vertec is stuck in Worky Land. Fable? Yes. Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. Oh man, Fable is such an overthinker. It's kind of cute. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone, just like the Golden Feather Tavern, by the way. We also welcome slimes. Ignore the, you know, that in the corner. Pay no mind to that. It's just a plant. Nothing sus. Hello, grumpy guy. Welcome in. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water, more slime, bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. Ah. Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. Oh my gosh. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Oh no. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh. Well, I do want to go on the quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses. But it would make a good start for a song, right? Also, I'm pretty sure Fable here is a bard. in case you guys were wondering. Fable would like to tell songs of stories, but Fable's never gone on an adventure, and thus stumped. The prelude of an epic fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. If we can name them, my summons will be named after summons from Black Summoner. Nice. That's awesome. Do you have a favorite summon? Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light and the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morrigan accident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Aww. Oh man, which one should we ask for first? The Mary Morgan accident, the Hydra incident, or why nobody wants to spend time with them? My favorite is Clotho the slime. Nice. Can you imagine having like a little slime summon just slinking across the ground really quickly? I actually, that comes to mind. I haven't seen a slime in Ashes at all. Do we have slimes in Ashes of Creation? I don't know. Let's see. Mary Morgan, the Hydra, or being antisocial. I'm gonna roll a d6 if nobody answers before it. I think there was some in the caves in A1, but can't remember exactly. Yeah, see, I can't remember either. I remember flowers. I remember poison and dying to the poison. And then making a new character because I died to the poison too much, and then I couldn't get rid of the XP debt. That's about all I remember about Alpha 1. Oh, and Magisto was with us and was, like, kiting mobs. XP debt was pretty brutal, for sure. Roll 1d6, and we'll divide it by 3. Oh, unrecognized command. Maybe it's an exclamation mark, my bad. Roll 1d6. I don't think we have a d6 set up. Roll d6? I don't know. I think these hate me anyway. There we go, I rolled a 5. Okay, we're gonna go with the Hydra. Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the Dream Plane Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. Aw. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought since it has fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around. This is kind of adorable. And how its green scales match my hat. Oh no. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as gilded ice. Some things as changing as the Leviathan sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea." Good to know. If you ever meet a hydra, just stop on over at the tavern. I'll give you some tea leaves. I'll send you on your way. Maybe it'll make peace with you in Ashes. Fingers crossed. I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left. And I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to set foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. Aww. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back and apologized and begged it for the answer. Turns out that's just how it speaks. I wanted tea. It wanted tea. Did you get it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Would-haves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. I suppose you have a point. So, okay, we found about the Hydra. Maybe the Mary Morgan incident. We can do that one next. Because that one's also piquing my curiosity. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank Gaia word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure. The chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Tregarin recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure, yay! And no riddles to get confused about either. I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So, of course, it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. Like, can you imagine that? Like, us being adventurers in ashes, as like we're getting geared up more and more, how would an NPC view us? Like, would we be terrifying to an NPC, or would we be like welcome to help, where they're like, oh, thank God, someone who knows what they're doing, yes? Or would they be like, okay, I know who not to piss off because you look dangerous? Maybe a mixture of both. It depends on who it is. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? Depends on how drunk they are. I like that answer, actually. That's a good answer. I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. Uh-oh, hold on. Excuse me, pardon me. I must have blacked out. I never got lost in the woods before. But this time, I did. I couldn't see well. There was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. So, for some stupid reason, I led them along the path that no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shivermere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that is known to drown men? Ooh, sounds vengeful. Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quagmen Grove. They say it has taste for adventurers. But she didn't. But I didn't. So why does no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. Aw, poor Fable. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass it by except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it'd been just once. Oh, poor Mabel. It seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. I think some mage adventures. Yeah, mage adventures. Or dangerous. Arg. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Abel. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But, me being me, I confuse them with their evil twin, the weeping amaryllis. Oh no. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry, that sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. Aw, I'm so silly sometimes. There's nothing wrong with picking flowers. There is if they're the wrong flowers. Imagine if I'd offered them to the adventurers, or even worse, the Hydra. That would have been so embarrassing. I know, right? Fable needs to be protected. This little bean is so adorable. I don't think gifting flowers to make them a little happier is embarrassing. And it would have made for a good story to laugh about together. I don't think they would have laughed about it with me. More at me. Oh. Maybe they would laugh with you if you choose not to run away. You seem to assign a cruel sense of humor to people that haven't actually shown you such a thing yet. Not everyone thinks about you the way that you think about yourself. I think some mage adventures might make normal people want to invest in more insurance. Fair, Mio, I could see that. Like, just an accidental slip of fireball and suddenly your village cottage just goes up in flames. Or worse yet, the tavern. Oh gosh. Yeah, this game is really cute. It's tavern talk. That would be nice. Innkeeper? Yes. Do you like spending time with me? Yes, Fable. I do. Really? Of course. Fable is so adorable so far. Seeing your face in my tavern brightens even the cloudiest of days. I hit enter too early. Oh no. Okay, I see. I get what you're saying. Yeah, you were trying to type that out earlier and then you're getting frustrated at yourself for hitting enter too early. Please never stop coming around. I won't. You make me feel a lot less alone. Thank you. That's because you're not alone. Not as long as my tavern and I are here. You better not go anywhere. Not planning on it. By the way, same to you guys, okay? In case Vertec and I haven't made that abundantly clear, you're always welcome at the tavern. We love hanging out with you guys. Anyhow, you seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So, in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find that out then. Like, on a quest? For example. Don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? the best thing you can do is try to help them. Anybody else relating? This is like my inner monologue of a lot of things. I have a lot of anxiety in a lot of senses. So like this I relate to at the moment. So what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2. And who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides... Oh yeah, this is Tavern Talks. Yeah, feel free. I think people are just enjoying this story, so thank you, I appreciate that. Besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before you even try. Exactly. After all, I'm a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay, I, Fable, a great gardener and, future hero, charmer of nymphs. Yeah, Fable has a thing with nymphs, by the way. I'm going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. Yay! I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like to drink to aid you on your journey? Ah, you guys get to see my drink making skills. I'm not so great at it yet. I hope you enjoyed the demo, Oracle. Yes! Alright, do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy? Perhaps it's just a hungry, lost lichen after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. Here we go. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Yes, hug the werewolf. Genius. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already quite aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. Alright, chat. What'll it be? Shall we mix up some... here, let me open this for you. Shall we give Fable some charisma to help with their charming of the werewolf? Some dexterity to help them have an upper hand fighting the werewolf. And I forgot what the other one was. So I guess we're gonna go between dexterity and charisma. Do we want to charm the werewolf or fight it? Let me see if I can do this here. I did it wrong. Dex so they can run away if needed? Alright, we'll go Dex. Definitely Dex. Alright, let's see here. Dexterity is the wing. Charm? Okay, wait. We got 1 charm and 1 Dex. I'll wait. We'll see what other people want. We got 1 charm, 1 Dex. Meanwhile, I'm gonna look between the recipes to see what we can get. Maybe 2 charm, 1 Dex. Okay. I'm gonna say maybe we can find something that will be both charming and dexterous, but nope. We've got our swift strike recipe, or our spoken heart recipe. Sweet and sparkling in taste, the spoken heart will bring your deepest feelings bubbling to the surface. Your newfound sincerity, confidence, and many heartfelt words will work wonders in boosting your persuasive abilities. A charismatic boost, great for bards and emotionally repressed individuals. Oh no! I think that sounds like Fable. Let's give Fable a little bit of spoken heart. I think that's what Fable could use some. So let's see. We will need a little bit of this. Okay. And then we will need a little bit of this. There we go. And a whole lot of this. Yeah. Wait, a little bit more. There we go. There we go. That looks good. I'm picturing an elf werewolf, possibly. Ooh, okay, okay. Here we go. Order up. This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. Farming. No, wait. That sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Trigarin, and I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope they don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed to get started. That's why I chose it too. I was like, okay, yep, courage. Sounds about right. Sounds what Fable needs right now. Some courage. Liquid courage, if you will. So, we'll just have to see how this little quest pans out for Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday, and how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest, so I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. Aw, so cute. Thank you, Fable. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. Ooh. And consumption can pass that onto mortals, like us. Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. It's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. Ooh, a spicy drink, guys. We're gonna get a spicy drink. I like it. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. All right, good luck, Fable. I hope Fable will be all right. I wonder what path their fate took. Maybe a zesty one. I hope I was able to help. You again. Me again. And who are you? Ah, still not gonna tell me. Okay, that's fine. Someone who wants a drink. Okay. What kind? Drink. Yes, yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific? That Spoken Heart one tasted fine. Thank you. Maybe a werewolf boyfriend? I don't know, Mione. Are you into the werewolf boyfriends? Do you want a werewolf boyfriend? Or girlfriend? Alright, let's give him some charisma. Alright, and a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Spoken Heart, coming right up. There you go. Spoken Heart just for you. Maybe it will help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might maybe come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. He's a man of few words, one might say. Ah, it's nighttime. Oh boy, it looks like somebody fought. A couple people fought some slimes. We've got freaked out because they're covered in slime vampire and a less than enthused dwarf. Careful, you'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Ugh, not another one of those empty babblers. Would you prefer... wait, there we go. I can confidently say I'm all but empty. That's what they all say. I think they're giving you some more dialogue options than most, but that don't convince me just yet. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Of course not. Probably forgot to give you enough intellect. Girlfriend, maybe. Been watching Spice and Wolf. Wolf Girls might be a little too violent. Would surprise me if there was actually a brain inside that skull. Sure there is. OMG, Spice and Wolf is amazing. I have not heard of this. Is this a new show? Should I watch it? Are y'all putting me on a werewolf show now? Come on. Have you checked? No, but I can assure you I'm different from your average background character. That's pretty old now. Okay, okay. Sure. Oh, but wholesome? Aw, okay. I must agree. You look much more delicious than they usually do. Oh, thanks. Thanks, whoever you are. Please don't eat me. Thank you. Though, I should let you know I'm not on the menu. Aw, sad vampire. Don't worry much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah, my cape. Your cape? That's not his cape. That green fella on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of it. The rest of it's on you? Aye. Pretty technically enough. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story in your names? Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederic Duquette Dusang. Wow, that's quite a name. Quite a name he's got there. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or if you're out, I will also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I will look for something with red in it. What? We're not going to take the other person's order? Okay. Well, this has a whole lot of red, so maybe we'll go with this one. I don't know. We do have some pieces of some lore. So let's see. We have, according to Amaranthine Hydra, a chimera's hatred for mice is a universal truth. But maybe it just rhymed with ice, so who can say? A banshee is haunting the lonesome lagoon, wailing a song that will shatter your bones. Hopefully a hyperbole? An unusual amount of undead seems to be haunting the west. Undead snails are being accused of eating crabs. This apparently poses a problem. And then a wyvern chimera resides in the Quagman Grove. Adventurers beware, you might be on its menu. I'm going to actually put this over here. And then we have the riverbanks of the mirror. Shivermere hides the Marimorgan, a wrathful spirit prone to drowning men, women, and everything in between. We think. This is the people that we've met so far. So here's Kyle. Then we have Fable and Carolyn, who we also call Lynn. So back to the drinks anyway. I think we're gonna go with this. This has a whole lot of red, so we'll do a whole lot of this. Okay, and a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. We have the Southern Brawler. Absolutely watch Spice and Wolf. There's a reboot out now that's pretty good. I think the OG's music's better in ways. Okay. I'll check it out. Thank you guys. All right, for you, a red drink. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you. Very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious, very alive. Maybe it's, as a chaser, you could let me have a bite? No. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Rhea Frostrip. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Skip. Just serve me something strong. Something that feels durable, tough like a mountain, or the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons look close enough. Coming right up. I had a feeling as soon as she mentioned the frost stuff. So here we go. A lot of this. Okay. And a little bit of this. And, oh, a little bit more. And a little bit of this. Wait. My bad. I think it was more like this. There we go. Little bit of dexterity, but shh, splash. Nobody's gonna know, right? Right. It's fine. Need some dexterity to get away from that slime. Just saying. A taste of just for you. Valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting a placeholder text? Let me try. I see you're many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks, just how I like it. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story? Fine, guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me deep in the mountains of Dulvmere with my trusty axe and a good drink by me side. There I was, minding me own business, digging for the good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big pile of gold. Then suddenly this big ooze comes along and slurp, gone it was. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now. It's nearly sunrise. And the sun kills you. Oh. Right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when that ooze slipped me gold, I had to do something. So I took me shovel. And dug, and hit, and dug, and hit, until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So, did you dig out your gold? Silly food, she dug out me. And guess what he was clinging onto? The gold? Oh, yes, a big gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Barovia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Holo is absolutely adorable, but she might hit you with a chair if she gets mad enough. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Don't make Holo mad. Holo? Ah, we did? Please allow me to ask a question. What was that deal again? I get you to Barovia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. But what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chest, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put me capes? Where? In a wardrobe. Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you? We could? Phenomenal. I could put out a quest for you, but for that we'd need a little more information. Good luck with that. First, I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strut in Barovia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course, I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. which is truly unfortunate if you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding. Your wedding. When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape to show how important she was to me. Evelyn, the vampiric Countess Evelyn, residing in Marrow Castle? That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Ugh, of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, Leech. Oh. What? My cape. Ah, rats. Here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little, mean, vicious, beautiful beast, her, that thief of thieves, robbed me out of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No. I had that taken out centuries ago, but my cape? I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn. How could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. This vampire has problems, man. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps innkeeper. That's your name, right? No. Oh, my deepest apologies. What is it then? I don't think it's time for that yet. Names are valuable currency after all. See, I'm collecting your names, but I won't give you mine. For some types, indeed. But you mustn't be so mysterious to a new friend. All my friends call me innkeeper. Ah, in that case, I shall not disrespect your wishes. Well then, innkeeper, do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on the sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn. Queen of darkness, temptress of men, flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with her life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now. Alright. I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Innkeep, quick! Another drink! I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Man, how about how about that, though? I'm still learning these recipes, so I'm just gonna put them up there as long as I need it. This is pretty cute. I like the story. Alright, some of this. I almost poured it out of... There we go. I almost poured it out of the side. There we go. Another lagoon. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. I wonder, like, in this case, right, so, like, we have the vampire guy here, Kyle, who's looking for his, oof. Let's move this over here. Quirky vampire is, wait. Yeah. Quirky vampire is looking for his cape. Vampire lost out here, and this is where you'll find it. But I wonder if it'd be something that we could do as tavern keepers in Ashes to be able to put up commissions for people. That'd be pretty neat. Just saying. I think that'd be cool. Let me try. You got it right again. Might even last till day fell with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I am consumed with the thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. So dramatic. Everything ails you. The whole way we're here, the whole way here, you were complaining about having to walk. My platform doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavily on me. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons, could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh. Oh, right. Innkeeper! Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin. I think what you need is actually sunscreen. I don't think that you need a drink for this one. So I'm sorry, I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, my Aunt Matilda used to harness the power of a chimera's saliva for sun protection. A chimera? A beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all, made by the dragons to guard Gaia, likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware. I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Oh. Are we gonna have saliva as an ingredient now? Ugh, gross. The things people make drinks out of. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves. I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that it would have gone over well. Yeah, it adds texture, right? I don't know, Vertek, are you wanting to add some chimera to your mead? Thank you, Wondering. Have a good night. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal. Oh, nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, I'd be no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk amongst the mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds, especially that part. Splendid. Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say and keep, while we wait for someone to do this work for him, do you perhaps have a room or two? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. I got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay up there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real girl one day. By the way, I chose that I'm like a girl, so they definitely do personalize some of this. So like if you chose you're a boy, they'd probably say a real boy one day, like Pinocchio. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. Oh boy. All right. New quest. All right, quest number 1. A quirky vampire is looking for his cape. He seems a bit confused and wanted to go for a stroll in the sun. The vampire last saw his cape on his wedding day when he was wed to Countess Evelyn. And at the foot of the Witch's Peak, Wrath Peak, resides Countess Evelyn, the vampiric temptress of men. Be wary. Oh my gosh, Stokely! Hi! Welcome to the tavern, friends! Welcome in. Argam! Thorbus, what the heck? Mega raid! We're getting dwarf raided! Love it. Perfect. I'm making drinks. Actually, right now I'm making a quest for the quest board. But welcome in, dwarfs! The more the merrier. What were you guys doing? Dwarf raid! Love it. What were you guys up to? Beyond all reason? What's beyond all reason? Doing it. Dwarf raid night. Love it. Hi. Welcome in. Dune beyond all reason. Okay, okay, okay. The dwarf necro. Uh-oh. A free RTS. Okay, okay, okay. Real-time strategy, I think. Yeah, yeah. Trying to see here. We are making some quests right now. It's like a Supreme Commander, if you've heard of it. I'm also not really into like the real-time strategy stuff, so I'm a little unfamiliar with those, but I hope you guys had fun. I'm open to hearing all about it. We are playing Tavern Talk, and I've just finished a long day of talking with Tavern patrons. We convinced an elf to take a quest, and we just talked to a dwarf and a vampire, and we have some quests now. So, for one, the vampire lost his cape, so we're trying to find the cape for him. And for two, apparently we need some chimera saliva. So, yeah. 2 quests. This game looked fun when I saw it. Yeah, it's really cute. I like it. I'm more into like the cozy stuff, so. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve a long-lost cape, but beware, she might be invisible. So, be careful. Okay, so the thing that stands in a chance against the grueling curse of the sun is chimera saliva, apparently. Who knew? Source, a vampire? Question mark? According to the Amaranthine Hydra, a chimera's hatred for mice is kind of a universal truth, or it could have just rhymed with ice. Who can say? Not me. But we do know that a wyvern chimera resides in the Quag Mangrove, so beware, you might be on its menu, though. So, things to look out for. Elf might come back with a werewolf boyfriend. Also tried introducing Chibi to spice and werewolf. Yes, yes, yes. That too, that too. We gave the elf a charisma-based potion, if you will, and maybe the elf will come back with a boyfriend. Who knows? But yeah, they were also telling me about Spice and Werewolf, the anime, so I'm gonna look for it. So until sunrise, deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are valuable treasure to any alchemist, such as myself. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen, so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer, or mouse, brave enough to confront the beast? The chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? Alright, so those are our 2 quests. And we're gonna feed our pet. We're gonna sweep the floors. And blow out the candles for another night. Yeah, not just some saliva, a bucket of saliva. Alright, we're gonna start this day. Let's see if Fable was successful or is back. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some fake crystals and frozen pine cones. Nice! I didn't know that they had the manga. Together with Fable's Phoenix Chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. And we have our new quest up on the board over here. Lynn's back, and so is Fable. So, Innkeep. A drink for me and this lanky pal. It's so good to see you, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you. I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? So you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. 10 years. Poor Fable, right? Poor Fable. You still think Fable looks sickly? Well, I think it's because everything about them is yellow, and then they're wearing the gloves, so, nah. So, I do owe them some of your dishwater, at the very least. Oh, great. Rude. I'm currently needing to catch up on, spring logs? A family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died? No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please? I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think she's confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. Was there by chance? They were both stealing sheep. Oh no! Lynn! Was not. Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about at the beginning? Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon. Of the quest, Fable. Of the quest. Right! The quest. The quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Trigarin. Wow. Trigarin, right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after another. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I'm no owl. Thank gods you're already weird enough. Yes, to the light novels. Spring logs are kind of after the story ends. Oh, okay, cute. I like that. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay, I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape, picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage to step out of the shadows, and I said, "Good evening, werewolf, please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me, alright. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person. Or an insane one. It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, please put down the sheep. And she asked why? And I said, well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice. And she asked who I was. No, I asked, who are you? A guard? I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turned around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow gleaming eyes. Gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Carolyn and the werewolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the werewolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old... Hey, why can't I say that? What the... Your youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Just angry woven noises at the moment. Anyway, it was just like Uncle Dragon. Smelled like Uncle Dragon. Thought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years. Was coping about it only joking. But that's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant. Fought with a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually, he just left, ran away, without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out, his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone as possible. Idiot. Did you talk it out with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so... I shot an arrow right next to both their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen. Looked mighty scary there, pal. Thank you. Question mark? I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. 'Twas. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop two angry werewolves? Oh, well, anyway, I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the miscommunication. Feud. The feud. Sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him as best we could. At the very least, he would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. That only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things or Vukakin things, so to say. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that? The little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first and apologize to Uncle Fedora and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Eddie got so obsessed with the cure, he still can barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept he's different now and learn how to live with it again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We played charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. Oh, that's cute. That sounds like a bunch of... beep. It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one? Exactly. I like that. Lynn's just over here like... So after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? Got offered to spend the day at the settlement, but they don't serve anything strong enough for my taste. Plus Elfie was dying to get back here. We're talking about how they need to update you on everything nonstop. Would think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Ah! Said something about it being for you, Innkeep. Oh, really? Yeah? It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise. That wasn't that hard. What? That wasn't that hard, was it? Well... So a drink? What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprise me something that fits my brawn. By which I mean make the usual. Strength that never gets old. Okay. So, I'm glad that worked out. Didn't come back with a werewolf boyfriend, but definitely did help with yeah, that was strength. Okay. Didn't come back with a werewolf boyfriend, but did help solve a family feud. Although I kind of think the werewolf boyfriend would have been a little more interesting, to be fair. A little bit of this. And a little bit of this. There you go. Surprise! Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Fable, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses. Sure. I've had a stressful day. Night. Morning. Sequence of events. Alright, I forgot exactly how to make this, except for it's a lot of the green. So we have our Swift Strike. Putting this up here. 1, 2, 3. A little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Swift Strike. There we go. It even has like the little like leaves floating around it. I like it. There you go. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're going to pass out any second. So, do you? Werewolf boyfriend would have been cool, but what did happen sounds a lot more like Leaf or Fable. Yeah, fair. Fair. And now, just think what would have happened if we had chosen to give Fable the other drink. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you late. Yeah. Good to go away. Later. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes. I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. Yeah, friends are cool too. Have you considered that you weren't pretending? Huh. You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that it wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. Do you think I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. You're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. You should ask... Maybe you should ask Carolyn first, but I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we don't. I like this world. And you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. Alright. And I think I'm going to pause here. No, actually, it's still pretty early. Oh, it's that guy again. I like how this cloak does like this little thing. Do you think he's a rogue? I think he might be a rogue. Or a ninja. Good evening to you too. This quest. It wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Hey, we finally got a name. Day 3. He's like a cat, okay? You gotta ignore him. If you give him too much attention, he'll just walk away and want nothing to do with you. You gotta ignore these types of people and they'll come to you. Did the wind carry you in? No, my legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally. I want to take on that quest, go to the castle to get the cape. I mean, yes. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle? Yes? It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has. Once. Had a vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here at night? Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask. Sure, yes, would guess she looks pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about the wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes, she has a lot of werewolf traps set up. But all animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. Anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worth your coins you pocket. Yep, definitely called it. He's a rogue. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. Okay, he's a bounty hunter rogue. Got it. Definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I'm one with the shadows and the wind. Gone before they even notice I'm there. I don't know why, but I'm just like getting like the phrase move in the shadows with this guy. Moves in the shadows. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration? Like a chair? Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I prefer something smaller, like a trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. Oh no. Guys, we will not ask you to steal stuff from other people to decorate our tavern with. I can assure you, this is just the game. Okay? Okay. However, if there's any mementos you'd like to leave behind as like I was here, that's welcome. That's given, not stolen. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you deliver yourself to her doorstep and cape back to me. Along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. But it would be glorious. Exactly. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadows. Say, what do you trade them for? Especially from murdery and dark individuals. Very fair, very fair. That's a good point. That's a good point. I did not think about that. Should we ask for a secret or a joke? He doesn't seem like the jokey kind, so I feel like I should probably go with a secret. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the secret. I feel like if I ask him for a joke, he's just gonna stare at me blankly, like... Secrets. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before, just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy, I spent hours just watching you from afar. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into Monster's Ball. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment in today. Was finally able to unpack them. Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? I'm glad you asked. For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fake crystals or a frozen pine cone. Frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you with a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fake crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible. Eventually, and for a bit. The duration is a tad bit unpredictable. I've also got some Phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? This sounds wrong. What dark depths of yourselves are you looking to explore tonight? We might have the drink to help you with some liquid courage. I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. So, I must be strong and vigorous if I want to stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. That does sound appealing. Alright. Zephyr wants a vampire goth girlfriend. Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade. Thank you, Thoglu. Cheers. I'll drink some more. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To out-stealth her and steal the cape right from under her pale nose. So that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. Alright guys, are you catching the drift? Are we doing strength and ice armor? Or dexterity and invisibility? You let me know what you want to see. We'll do that. And some invisibility could help with staying unseen, should my speed and agility not be enough. Pardon me? Help me with the decision, and keep your wisdom is no secret, is it? Okay, now that I have access to infusions, here they are. I have to be very careful of how they interact with other ingredients. They might alter a drink in a way that I have to use different ingredients than usual. Should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I mix the correct recipe. And that's kind of where the thing goes. Dex, we're gonna do the Dex one with the invisibility. Okay. Got one vote for Dex and invisibility. Maybe I should try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Okay, let's give it a try. So if I remember correctly, I'm waiting a little bit to see if there's any other agreements or an alternate opinion before I do it. But I can always feed it to Andu over here. So if we put the crystal in here, I got 2 for Dex. Hi, Rootbeard. Welcome in. All right, so we've got 2 for Dex, 3 for Dex. How are you doing, Garcimile? If I remember correctly, the order is either Strength with the Ice infusion or Dex with the Invisibility infusion. So we're gonna go with this one, which works out well because I think we need the one area over here. So this does that one perfectly. We don't need to do it. Enjoying the story? I'm glad you're enjoying the story. That makes me really happy. So this gives us 1 for dexterity and 1 for, I forgot what that, I think intelligence. So we don't need any more of this. We need more of this. So we'll pour a little bit of this. And then we just need a whole lot of this. And then we have a Swift Strike, but let me just verify. Swift, yes. And the invisibility. Perfect. All right, here we go. Giving him a Swift Strike. All right, let's see how you go. Here you go. A drink that all vampires fear. Garlic breath? Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something and keep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he does have some good jokes. Maybe he's just hiding it under that icy exterior. Good one. It tastes like not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No, only the absence of it. That makes 2 of us. Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me, goodbye, innkeep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Ooh, very fair, Oracle. They do say humor comes from a dark place. Dark as cold, very fair. Vengeance makes for an early grave. Or for a good story. Farewell. We unlocked stuff about Zephyr. Chaotic good. He's the Arcana of the Moon. Ah, I was right, he is a rogue. He's an air echo. Okay. So we have a vampire, an elf, a dwarf, a Vukakin, and an air echo. They're so caught up in their own fantasies of an edgy rogue that they seem to be stuck talking or brooding like no one. He likes all the things dangerous and mysterious, or at least he pretends he does. Or for a better end. Oh, look who came back. Hi, Lynn. Oh, you took a quest. I'm taking this quest and a drink. Dark humor is like food in Soviet Russia. Not everyone gets it. Okay, Mio. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are simply just too comfortable. It was hard to get up. I have my problem. I don't know if you guys have that problem. I have that problem with my beds as well. They're just too comfy to get out of bed in the morning. I want to hit the snooze button all the time. Of course, my apologies. I'll make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Don't worry, guys. If our beds are too comfy in Ashes, you just let us know. We'll make them a little less comfy for you. Would you like a drink as a compensation? I think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up and keep me up too. Okay. I think she wants strength. She seems to always gravitate to the strength thing, so we'll do these. And then a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Good one. There you go. Southern Brawler. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink Carolyn. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. Awkward silence. I see it's my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that. It could by taking Elfie along. Oh geez, fair point. Please don't. I won't. So the saliva's for a vampire? Vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quest, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it kind of like blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? I don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be the guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems like in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay. Nervous. Ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. Hello, Sub-Zero. Welcome in. And I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about guardians? It's less about the guardians and more about what created it. Maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yes. Modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What's it about the dragons? Chimera makes me think of Homunculus. Loved the full meta alchemist story on that, as demented as it was. Yeah. Hi, Unsington. Welcome in, by the way. Yeah. I love those because I'm basically like, we have like different things in the back and I'm making drinks with them. So I feel like I'm kind of being alchemist related with this. They're cool. Mm-hmm. Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moment somewhere else. I like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Your family has a leaving problem. At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No, was only the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think. But never found a wyvern one in all her years. Would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good Baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much. So, you like dragons? Do we like dragons, chat? I think we like dragons. I liked Firebrand for sure. Firebrand was a good dragon. I have a few I got from the army. A World War II joke. 3 generals gave their opinions on why Americans were so difficult to defeat. The German general said Americans don't follow their own doctrines, and so it was difficult to take advantage of them. The Russian general said war is chaos, and Americans are good at causing chaos. The American general smiled and said, if we don't know what we're doing, neither does the enemy. That's funny. Yes, we do. Okay, we like dragons. They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting, very magical, very demure, very mindful. They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic BS. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Lynn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help? It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah. Sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you then? Reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Hurt they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. I'm the cleric! Yes, Kareem. Yes. So too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. There's something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe you can outsmart it with the right play. But I'd need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight. Dragons. You're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. I don't need any more of your fancy tricks. Don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. Okay. Got it. No worries. We got this. Alright, let's open up our recipes here. So we're either going to go heavy on the defense with some fire or heavy on the intelligence. So it's either going to be the Sparkling Nebula, which I've not given anybody yet, or the Frosted Lagoon with some fire, which would be interesting because it's both fire and ice. Do we want to give them more defense or let them try to outsmart the Chimera? If we outsmart it, maybe it will live long enough that they can go back and talk to it more later. Or I could just ask for it to have, you know, some of its saliva. Like, hey, can you just spit this vial, please? Also, welcome in again. Thank you guys for being here. So let's see. Sparkling Nebula. The distilled flavor of the cosmos, the Sparkling Nebula fizzes on your tongue and rewires your synapses, inspiring great ideas and even greater stories. Storytellers and scholars alike can broaden their horizons with the taste of the stars. Or, the Frosted Lagoon protects you from any physical and spiritual harm and cools you down on even the hottest of summer days. It even offers additional UV protection. What more could you ask for? And while we're thinking about which of those two we want to do, I'm just gonna see what this does. Oh. Okay, so that automatically leans toward the bottom two. Sometimes letting a monster live means you can get more later. Maybe intelligence? Okay. We'll poof that away. And we'll go the intelligence route. I like that idea. Let's try a new recipe. So we'll get some of this. And we'll get a little bit of this. All right, we have the Sparkling Nebula. Through the portal it goes. Try this. Figured it out. Thanks. Hope you seasoned it with some trickery. It does feel weird, like my brain is sparkling. No refunds. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends not to take a break even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems. Might. But when it has an easy solution, ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they've got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. All right. And that is another day at the tavern. We will have to continue this another time as it is midnight. And we are on part 4. And if you guys liked this was the Tavern Talks, and sometimes Vertek finds himself kind of busy. Sometimes Vertek finds himself kind of busy, so he ends up needing me to come in and replace him for a quest of Mead. And now we have it set up where I can stream on my computer as well with the same settings that he has, so that we have the not like mishmash settings between the two of us. But yeah, thank you. I'm glad you really liked it, and I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I did. I'm very curious to see where this goes. And next time I'm taking over, we should start on time. And I think I might just do Tavern Talks for our thing, as long as, you know, Ashes is not available. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys liked this. I hope it was fun for you. Let me just try to find someone else to raid over to because I have not looked into that yet. Hold on. I'm also looking around my camera, so apologies. Looking around the camera so I can try and see what is going on. Who do we have online? Let me refresh. We've got ooh. Actually. Halfling Wizard. I don't know what this is about. Let me see. So there's not too many people on from our community, but there is a person called Halfling Wizard. It looks like they're doing a talk show and podcast. It looks like they're into TTRPGs and Dungeons and Dragons, and this feels kind of close to that. So I think I want to try and give them a raid because I've never been there before, I don't think. So we're gonna raid over to them. And that was neat. Looking forward to the next one. Have a good night. Thank you, Garcimile. And I promise to be on time next time. We got everything figured out, so we should be good. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and raid over to them because I see that we have them followed, and I have not actually stopped by. So have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to more of our tavern talks in a different way. If not, see you guys tomorrow. We are going to try and see if we can get some of the people that were part of Firebrand to come on and chat with us. And then we're going to have our roleplay summit this Saturday instead of our typical podcast. So those are some things to look forward to. Otherwise, y'all have a great week. I hope your adventures take you on fun adventures and not boring work quests like Vertec had to go on. And if all else fails, just have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.
Welcome, Raiders. Welcome. We're we're dealing with the aftermath of a suicide bomb, basically. All right. So yeah, you know